Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a reading for the collective today. Before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space. And using my angel cards deck, let's see what they have for you. So again, with this being a collective message, it may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take from it what you will so that you can enhance your life with the message. If it doesn't, share it with others. I'd appreciate it. Also, if you will follow and subscribe, click the notification bell, like the video so I can expand my channel and get the message out to others. So angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Once more, angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Let's see what the deck split comes up with. A page of air came back. So page of air, 8 of water. Page of air is logical, honest, impulsive, curious, challenging information, delays or changes to plans, truth delivered without tact. So you see the page is all about the mental, the thoughts. She's surrounded by some powerful animals. There's a unicorn, a lion, a white wolf. So she has her sword prepared to cut through anything. So it's really defending your mindset, your thoughts. You're not letting someone else come in and aggravate you or really upset you. And that's something good. So even at an early age as a page, learning to do that. So then with 8 of water, 8 is all about power, it's authority, it's abundance. So water are your emotions, and it says a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So there's a merman in here, and he's under just beneath the surface. So the water is still dappled by the sunlight with the cups beneath him. And it's with his back turned to it. So he's like ready for something different, ready for a change in pace. And that's something that we'll look in deeper with the full reading. But this will give us an idea of where it's headed. So something with the mental and then your emotions. So let's see what we come up with from the angels. So the immediate past, we have 8, more 8, 8 of fire. And it says, events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So fire is all about passion. It's the wands. It's represented in this deck by the dragons. So they spit fire, passion, creativity. So with them all gathered there, 8, again, is the abundance and power. So things are happening quickly. So whatever delays may have been, those are done with. There's things happening all at once. So that could be why you're trying to defend your mental, making sure that your thoughts are secure with things moving quickly. And then again, moving on, the 8 of cups, moving, eight of cups moving forward. And then your present, we have the moon, 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So that's endings, completions, and its accomplishments. So it says Archangel Haniel, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So there's a lot happening. So with this Archangel Haniel, she's surrounded in a lush forest, and it has 2 moons. It looks like it's sunlight, but it's 2 moons wherever she may be. This enchanted forest. There's a collie dog as well. So she's really just surrounded by the water that's flowing. Arms, or rather wings, are outstretched, reaching out. And it's just a matter of your emotions. Again, this time it's all the way to the source, which is the moon, as well as the feminine. So you could have some thoughts that are going on that's impacting you on your more female side. The immediate future, we're going from the moon to the sun. 19, 1 plus 9 is 10, new beginning. So we went from an ending to a new beginning with the rising of the sun behind Archangel Uriel. And it says, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself, exclamation point. So it says, with the sunflowers at his feet, and her wings were outstretched. His are like closed, but beginning to open as the sun rises in the distance, and having the sunflowers like reminiscent of it, butterflies, again, like the awakening from a chrysalis, you're transforming. So some things may have been happening in the night of the moon that has now arisen within you. So let's see what happened from the distant past. We have 4 of air. 4 of air, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So the unicorns are within the forest. 4 of them are laying down and they're just resting themselves, taking a break, not wanting to do anything with so many things that were coming up that's about to happen is like preparation. So with this being the distant past, that's the immediate past, you knew what was coming up with all these different events and needed to take a break. So you did that so that you are prepared to move forward. So now let's take a look at the distant future. 3 of air, great sadness. Take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. And you see there's 2 unicorns with a baby unicorn next to them. And they're really hovered and sad, they're collected there in the forest. So it's not as bright as sunny. It's a little more gloomy, I would say, because it has more mist around it. So 3 is all about expansion. 4 is about your base, your foundation, your structure, support. 3 is expansion, it's birth, it's also past, present, future, the Trinity. So with this, you have in the distant future some cause for sadness. So we'll get deeper into each, but first I'm going to see at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of water again. So this is a reading that's really a lot about, because remember in the beginning we had more the page of air. So a lot with the swords, a lot with your mindset and needing to overcome some sadness. So let's start with the distant past and see what this, knowing that this activity would be coming, this need for vacation. So what is it that is coming from the distant past that's preparing for the immediate past? Angels, tell us some more about that situation. Oops. So, and look, that makes sense. So we have awakening, Archangel Gabriel, which is 12. 1 plus 2 is again 3, so 3. And it's hanging upside down. Archangel Gabriel's looking at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So there's a way that you realizing something is coming up and you were looking at it from a different viewpoint, trying to figure out what it is, and you needed to take a meditation, take a break so that you reconnect with source so that you can get a better idea of what to expect, what's happening for you. It could be a new idea for work. It could be something. So as we're going through this, we're not together for me to ask you questions and get deeper into you responding to what I'm saying. So as I'm reading out these cards, think of what's happening in your life so that you know how this is resonating with you. Do you have some type of big project coming up at work? Do you have the something where maybe with someone in your family that you're having conversations with, or discussions or arguments or something where you need to see it from their perspective? So think about that as we're going along. So to pull another card for the distant past, angels, tell us some more. So what was this new way of looking at things that will help the collective as they meditate on what's coming forward? 7 of water, and 7 is all about your insight, your intuition, spirituality, your wisdom. It says a complex decision, the need to do research, stop procrastinating. So in this looking, awakening, you're looking at things differently, you're preparing. There's this decision that has to come up. And that's why with things are moving quickly and a lot is going on at once. So do the research that you need. Do the meditation and connect with source, but also research what you may need for this upcoming project. And that's what it feels like. This is more of a project, perhaps at work. It could even be a home project. It's the spring. Everybody's like redoing and getting ready. Memorial Day is coming up. So everybody's getting ready for the patio. So maybe you're like, you know what, let me get out there and fix this deck, get this oil or gas, that whatever you need, charcoal, whatever you use for your grill, get the patio furniture, take it out of the garage. That's what we used to do. We had a house up in the country. It was pull out all the furniture and put it out on the brick patio and get everything ready. So perhaps it's a project like that. So it doesn't always have to be work. It could be just a home project, perhaps. So let's see with these events, the delays are over. You've got, remember, stop procrastinating went to delays are over. So in the distant past, you got over that procrastination. You are now ready. And remember, fire is all about that passion, creativity. So it could be work. It could be a home project. It could be maybe a makeover for yourself. You know, it's a lot of things it could be. So drop in the comments. Let me know what it is that you're going through. That's something that you're passionate about, that is creative, that could be this idea or project that you have, and then I can answer for you. So we have Eight of Fire. Angels, tell us some more about this immediate past. With that, we have King of Air. So now you become the king. So you're in control of your emotions. Remember, went from the page to now the king. So the low wrong person up to the highest. And it says brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. So with this project, remember you had to do your research. Now you know what you're talking about. So learn before you talk. So now you have that wisdom. Remember, you 7 is all about wisdom. So you gain that wisdom through your research, and you're now able to speak confidently. You're very professional. You're impartial because your emotions are now in check. You're not so stressed out because of not knowing what it is that you need to do. You've done the homework, let's say, and gotten it taken care of. So now you see this king. He's riding one of the unicorns. There's just in control at a nice pace. There's no urgency. There's no fear. A king, again, think of the leadership. So perhaps you are going to lead the project, but you are in control of your emotions. So tell us some more, angels, about this immediate past. Now this king collective are in control. They're speaking up. They have that done their research from the distant past, and are now are confident. Tell us some more about that. Renewal 20. 2 is all about balance. So now that you have that, this balance could also be a partner that's coming to help you with this project or idea. So it says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. And you had that before. There was another one that said time to move in a new direction as well. Oh, 8 of water. So moving in a new direction now, and that's what you're doing. So you've accomplished this task that you had is renewal. You've come out of it. You're able to see the fruits of your labor, and it's ready for something new. You're ready to have something else. You've collected all the information that you needed. You used it wisely, got accolades, and now you're looking for more. So maybe you're going to get a partner. Maybe if it's something with love life, it's someone who's romantic. So let's move to the present. So, angels, tell us about these important psychic insights, this events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. What can you tell us about this moon situation? 4 of earth. So this is the first earth. It's been more of the swords and water. So now we have earth. 4 again is about your like 4 of air, 4 of earth. 4 is your grounding, and that is what the earth is all about. That's your pentacles, your work, your career, your family. So it says being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So this fairy, she's sitting there, she's sort of giving you the side eye, like, you know what, you've made this money, now you can share with others. Don't hoard it, and don't throw it away. Balance. Remember, 2 is all about balance, and then the scales that she has. You see one of them on the side of the ground, and a little mini fairy is next to it. So it's really reminding you to balance as well your ability with your money, and to do well with it, and to share, give back to the community. You've gained this success with your project that you've completed. Maybe now you'll help a neighbor if this is a home project. Maybe you'll help a neighbor fix their fence or something. I don't know. But it's like you're giving back and helping others because you were successful with yours. And then what more can you tell us? This, like, needing these business decisions, things that's going on, being able to give to others. So you also is pointing out that you've accumulated more as well. You have money of your own that you can now spend it on others. Dreamer, 0. So that's like a clean slate. So remember, it was about moving in a new direction. So you're now able to have your project is complete. You have a fresh, clean slate now. So it's the dreamer with Archangel Metatron. It says a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. So out of that project or idea that you had came another ability of other opportunities, something that's just like, it looks like this is a magical portal. So step right through with your little dog. Go ahead and take that leap. because it will lead to with the sun. So it's really telling you that you've accomplished, because there's a lot of endings too with the 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. So you have that, so that you have that completion. And again, it makes sense because you go from a completion to the clean slate, 9 to the clean slate. So you have 9, your foundation, a clean slate, to leading to 1 plus 9 is 10, which is 1, new beginnings with the sun. So that's where you are presently. You're at your new beginning, this happy outcome. So angels, tell us some more about that. What more can you tell us about this happy outcome? 8 of air. So swords are back. 8 again, with the power, with control. So you see there now, think of how it was with the king of air when he was walking through with the unicorns. Now they were nice and steady. Now they're running. They're running out of the forest. They're like sort of on a stampede, as you could say. So let's see. It says an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. So you could be a little like, a lot of times when people have had a success in doing something, a project, an accomplishment, a goal, they get a little like, well, can I repeat that? Can I do it again? If I do something different, will it be just as successful? So you begin to question yourself and wonder if that's something that you have the ability to do, even though you were successful. And sometimes that makes it worse, because then if you don't have full confidence in yourself and in your abilities, you will have a little inkling of doubt, wondering, can I repeat that success? I know I've done it. I write books and I get some who go really well. And I'm like, oh man, I'm really happy about that. But then I'm sitting down and ready to write the next book, and I'm like, can I replicate that? Can I do it again? So it can delay you, and you don't want to have that delay, because remember, 8 is all about your prosperity, abundance. So don't let that trap that you've created in your mind, air is the mental, of that self-doubt. You're not trapped. Increase your self-confidence, appreciate the fact that you had the success, and know that yes, you can do it. It may not be the exact same way, nothing is ever the same, but you will be able to do it. Just believe, trust, and believe. I write that all the time. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that. That's why I always put trust and believe. So let's see. What more can you tell us about this immediate future, angel? So a bit of self-doubt crept in. So what can you tell us about that? We went from king of air to queen of air. So remember, queens are always more nurturing, warm, understanding. So it's independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Those are the attributes that you have. And you see that she's staring within her crystal ball, where there's a unicorn inside. He's golden with these like swirls of magic around him. And it says, oh, and I never noticed this before. There's a little man there too. So there's a little man in front as well. So it says objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in the situation. So now you can laugh at yourself and be like, you know what? I got too upset thinking that I can't do this. I can do it. So you had a good laugh. You cut away that mental clutter of self-doubt and able to see more clearly how she's looking in the clear quartz crystal ball. Say that 5 times. Clear quartz crystal ball. Clear quartz crystal ball. And is able to see clearly now. And that's what you're doing. You're doing that and making sure you're able to have a better perspective. Remember, again, awakening, looking at things in a different perspective. So before it was upside down, now it's looking through the crystal ball. So you're looking at things differently. But this is what we want to get into this with this distant future, where it's great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So tell us, what does that mean, angels? What is that sadness that's coming up for the collective? Share with us some more about this situation in the distant future. Page of water. So we had the page of air, now we have the page of water. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. A new person enters your life, okay? A relationship begins a new phase, heightened psychic abilities. So remember, with the moon, psychic abilities were beginning. So that was in the present. Now they're even more in the distant future. Your psychic abilities will increase. So with this sadness, there's a new person that's going to come in. So you may have and you can see this mermaid. She's surrounded by the different water animals. There's some orca, dolphins, and then there's also fish, and there's a cup there. So with it, this great sadness and taking time to heal, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, excuse me, with this new person that's entering your life and the beginning a new phase, perhaps there's someone that can help you overcome this sadness. But I really want to know, what exactly is the sadness that's coming up, because water is emotion, so that's sadness. So tell us some more about this. So someone will come in that'll be more youthful, who can help you and get past this. But what is the sadness, angels? Tell us some more about that. Two of air. Okay. So balance. So here's the second person. So it could be that your partner, remember there was two before with the renewal. It could be that the person that you were working with wasn't, some things are butting heads now because it's two. Remember, balance. Two is a couple, of pair, partnership. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. So with that, you could very well be, you could very well be butting heads with the person that was your partner, and now this new person is going to come in with a different perspective, bringing new emotions into the situation, so that they can help you to clear away that stalemate, and also bring in a new perspective of their own, because the two of you and your partner are not, you're pretending there's no problem. So you're like, there's nothing really there, but you're also not moving. So you're not communicating and getting things right. But this new person that's going to enter, remember also with the three, so there will be that third person coming in who will help you, that will help you to get past this, and comfort you and get your thoughts and things moving forward again, instead of being caught in this stalemate situation. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Earth. So that seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So it's the same thing again. So even with your thoughts on your money, your grounding, your support, even with that, you have these seeds well planted, but there is a pause. There's this stalemate. There's this unnecessary, this fear of being trapped. That's all on you. Remember, seven is your inner wisdom, is your spirituality. So go back in and see. Remember, it's saying, don't give up. Nine of fire also at the bottom. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Remember your idea, your project, what you were doing. Have courage and believe in yourself. Remember that self-doubt was coming up. Nine is about completions, endings. So again, it's telling you went back into this whole not wondering if you can or if you can't, back and forth, even butting heads with your partner, and it's just caused you to be stuck. But don't give up. Keep moving forward. You've done all this work in the past. Those seeds are planted. Just because there's a pause doesn't mean that you have to worry. Think things through clearly. Communicate clearly. So that's what this message is telling you. It's really about you working through this mental challenges of self-doubt, with this ideas that you have, this project that you're working on. You get it and do successfully with it, and you have a partner that's helping you, but you still have these moments where you're not sure that it's something that you can replicate and keep doing and keep thriving off of, keep depending on for your money, keep depending on for your creativity. But know that you have the ability to do it. Just look at it in a different way. Awakening. Look at it a different way. Speak up and go forward. So now let's see what crystal will enhance this message. So divine, what crystal will help the collective as they go through this project, this idea, this development of something that they're working with others on? What can you tell us about that crystal they would need? Amazonite. Loosen your grip. How appropriate. And it's green, just like the money and your support, your foundation. Loosen your grip. You're holding on too tightly. And when you hold on to something too tightly, you are stuck. You're in that stalemate. You're butting heads. You have a temporary pause. All of that is what is making you be stuck. So loosen your grip on what you think is right, these thoughts that you think that you're not doing it properly. Let go of all of that. Release, renewal, all of that. Let it go and go with the flow. Go with the flow. Follow your heart too. That's green for your heart. So follow your heart as well as your intuition. That all will guide you to the best and most brilliant way that you can be. So I hope this message resonated with you, and that if it did, drop some comments. Let me know how it did, what's happened in your life that you connected with this message, how it's going to help you, and I'll answer questions that you have. If you would also be so kind as to like the video, share it with your friends so it gets spread out further into the collective and people can hear the message, and to subscribe. Subscribe to PYJynJoy. Also, hit the notification bell so you know when I have a new post going up, a new video, a live, all of those fun things. I do something pretty much every day. So be tapped in to the divine with PYJynJoy. So until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.